In this video, I'm going to show you how I restored my 1964 Honda 50.
The Honda 50, world's biggest seller.
You may prefer the simplicity of two wheels. Of course, you put more in than you get out. But by replacing muscle power with horsepower, you can ride a Honda, conserve your energy, and enjoy the fun, freedom, and economy of two wheels. A Honda is easy to ride. Even your brother-in-law can master it in minutes. Of course, if you must have four wheels, how about another Honda?
These Honda 50 commercials are funny. Can you imagine riding this bike with a suit on and in the middle of nowhere? But the Honda 50 is no joke. It is the most produced vehicle in history, selling over 100 million of them. And it's easy to see why. This thing gets over 200 miles per gallon. That's crazy. This is actually my bike, and I used to drive it around 30 years ago. But then we let it sit in this barn for 25 years. A few years ago I decided to restore it. This was the state that it was in when I found it. I guess you could call it a rebarn find. Considering how long it's been sitting, it actually wasn't in that bad of condition. It's common to see these Honda 50s start to turn orange. These are photos of my favorite part of the project, the teardown. I took a lot of pictures to help me remember how this thing went back together. The worst part of the bike were the rims. They were rusted and I don't think I could restore them. I decided to get the bike repainted, and these are all the parts I sent off to the painter. While the frame was getting painted, I started to take apart the engine so I could replace the broken kickstarter. Inside these engines are a 3-speed transmission that must have been designed by a mechanical genius. I cleaned up the heads, reseated the valves, and even purchased a new piston. You can see this one had a little bit of wear on it. The frame came back from the paint shop and it looked really good. I slowly started to put all the pieces back together. I even hand polished every single bolt on the bike. Here's an example of the before and after. In the description there's a link how to take these shocks apart. But I think they turned out really nice. I had the rims rebuilt with new bushings and new tires. Check out the before and after of the kickstand. I think it looks awesome. The engine turned out really nice too. I even had custom bolts made for it. And the entire carburetor was rebuilt. Getting the engine back in really felt good. I still can't believe how small this thing is. One thing I added, and you should do the same on your bike, is a fuel filter. Another small detail that I'm really happy about is that I found the original battery for this bike. The next thing I did was take the seat to an upholstery shop to get the cover refitted. I painted the fender and the front cover to match the new frame paint, and that was it. I think it turned out really nice. It looks good and it drives great too. If you were wondering how I fixed the rims, that's because there's more to the story. I bought a second Honda 50 that was in pretty bad shape, except for the exhaust, rims, and kickstarter. Oddly, these are all the parts I needed to make my bike perfect. Sometimes the universe works in weird ways. I did a quick restore on this bike and bought some cheap parts from Taiwan. So I did exactly what the commercial suggested. How about another Honda? The donor bike actually turned out pretty good too. I ended up selling this for $300. For this next part of the video, I'm just going to shut up, play some music, and let you enjoy the bike. plans for the bike are to donate it to a museum or convert it to an electric bike on my other channel, Code Makes It Go. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Well, that's it. Let me know if you enjoyed the video by a thumbs up. Thanks.